Meeting call to order at 7:02. Our first order of business will be roll call. President Bardwaj.
Present.
Vice President Leo. Present. Director of Administrative Affairs Kapan.
Present.
Director of Financial Affairs Salim.
Present.
Director of Government and Legal Affairs Rose.
Present.
Director of Foreign Art Japon.
Present.
Director of Technology and Web Development Jory.
Present.
Director of Student Organization and Partnership Board Toby.
Present.
Vice Chair Senate King.
Present.
Senator Wong.
Present.
Senator Carter.
Present.
Senator Wise Miller.
Here.
Senator Todd.
Present.
Senator Medina.
Present.
Senator McNaughton.
Present.
I entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Is there a second?
Second motion.
All in favor, raise your right hand. Are there any opposed? Are there any abstentions? The agenda is approved as presented. I entertain a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes.
Motion to approve the previous meeting.
Is there a second? All in favor, raise your right hand. Are there any opposed? Are there any abstentions? The previous meeting minutes are approved as presented. I now yield the floor to President Bardwaj.
Everybody, we have appointed Marcus Williams as Director of Student Relations.
Persons holding office under the Constitution of Student Government or any office established through bylaws or other legislative enactment shall take the oath of office. The oath of office shall read as follows. I state your name, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of state your position and will, to the best of my ability, enforce and observe the Constitution and the Unified Student Code of the Student Government of the University of Michigan-Flint. Please repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Marcus Williams,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office,
the duties of the office
state your position,
of Director of Student Relations,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
enforce and observe
enforce and observe
the Constitution
the Constitution
and Unified Student Code
and Unified Student Code
of the Student Government
of the Student Government
of the University of Michigan-Flint.
of the University of Michigan.
Congratulations. Our next order of business will be our guest speaker. I now yield the floor to Tess Parker, the Acting Director of the Center of Gender and Sexuality.
Thank you, Madam President. So yes, my name is Tess Parker, the Acting Director of the Center for Gender and Sexuality. And on behalf of myself and Sarah Devitt, I want to thank you all for giving us some time today to talk about a partnership that we are hoping to enter into with SG this semester. Some of you may know that in a previous year, SG and Center for Gender and Sexuality put some resources and support behind our collective goal of ending sexual violence on campus and promoting civic engagement between students and peers by promoting bystander intervention training. What we will be proposing, working with Director Hoadley, to hopefully have introduced next week, is a proposal for to renew that partnership this year, to have some matching funds between SG and the Center for Gender and Sexuality, to provide financial incentives for student organizations, to have peer educators provide trainings of the choice of student organizations to their members. We're looking for a $100 match from SG to match $100 as CGS to provide to student organizations. If they were to invite peer educators to do 2 presentations to their student organizations, we have a list of presentations which I could go from bystander 101, bystander intervention, trans 101, topical ones that have to do with voting rights, particularly relevant this year. But there'll be a list of student organizations who pick a topic that's of interest to their members. We are proposing student orgs invited by peer to come do 2 presentations. When we did this in the past, we had a higher number of presentations that people were expected to attend. What we found was a lot of students, about 5 or 6 student groups started the process, but only 2 finished it. So we want to encourage student groups to complete the trainings, to get the financial incentives, and to have their members engage with these important topics. So we're proposing this financial match for incentives with 2 invitations of peer educators to come to sessions around the student groups in training. So that, I believe, the bill that would be introduced next week and voted on the week after. I'm happy to take questions if there are some. Not yet. If it is approved, we will actively promote it through the center as well as through the student orgs and through outreach. Please do, yes.
Is there a limit on the organization?
Yes, we are proposing a limit of 5. That's for budget purposes for both the organization and ours. If and also because our peer heads have a limited amount of time that they can do it in. So we would look to promote it as soon as possible. It'd be a bit of first come, first in, first served. But they would have to complete 2 sessions by about mid-April.
Would it be possible to have student government listed as a host sponsor for the event?
Absolutely.
Again,
Absolutely. We think that we more than appropriate fairness.
and I really thank you for coming here and talking to our team. I think this was a great initiative, and with all the steps that are being taken by University of Michigan regarding the update in SPG, and I think it's very important that we continue these partnerships. Thank you so much.
I have a question. Would student government also be allowed to participate in this?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, imagine why. There's some financial reason I can't think of. I like it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next order of business will be officer reports. President Bartolacci.
Good evening, everybody. So we had a communication from Ann Arbor student government regarding the upcoming presidential debate. They're forming a council, an advisory council, and we will be working together with them. As of right now, the executive cabinet has been working on this, and we will be letting everyone know about what the next steps would be. This is regarding concerns on campus climate and how we can put those and engage a positive conversation regarding voter engagement and the 2020 presidential campaign. I worked on the Board of Regents report, which has been submitted for review as of right now, and most of the important concepts were the Constitution, expansion of student government reps, food pantry campaign, and other major senator caucuses were mentioned in the Board of Regents report. The housing and living forum will be on February 26th from 1:30 to 2:30 in Michigan C. We are expecting that a lot of students can come and talk regarding their concerns about housing and food. We've been in conversation with the food services as well as housing to have a better plan of events, and there will be an outline for the event later next week. And I've been working with Director Williams. With that being said, I also want to welcome Director Williams on our team. We are working together next week with our student government reps. As of right now, we have 17 student government reps, and we're hoping to expand these into committees in every colleges and schools. And we're really wanting to have this established as subcommittees. So if you have any interest or if you know potential members to be part of this committee, please contact me. Regarding the commute scooters project, myself, the Director of Rec Center, Teresa Landis, as well as DPS Chief will be visiting the headquarters to finalize the hubs and proposal agreement. So we are wanting to have more hubs on campus, which will allow those scooters to be charged as well, which also comes with incentives to the rider. Um, Right now, we are looking more into having portable hubs rather than grounded, which will help the facilities and operations speed up the expedite the process. Um, I also had a meeting with the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs, and we discussed meeting with the Council of Deans, as well as having a potential forum with the Chancellor in April regarding the past town hall, and if students want to have a more engaging conversation. With that, I yield.
Thank you. In terms of my report, I was able to work closely with Director Upmore on the Flint First Initiative, and we are hoping to go on visit Kettering and Mont this week and establish contacts over there so we can get the show on the road. Um, I was also able to, alongside other senators and a couple of directors, work on getting the input from students on how they feel about the upcoming debate in Ann Arbor and how we can best support them with that. This coming week, I'll be working on potentially student government wants to work on hosting a diversity week, so I'll be working on getting contacts for that and getting that shown as well. And with that, I Director of Administrative Affairs.
Hello, everyone. So I have a couple of announcements. The President's Commission on Carbon Neutrality will happen this February 25th from 10:30 to 11:30 in Eva. Um, the men's club basketball team will be competing against Ohio State on the 8th of Feb from 2 p.m. and to 3:30 p.m. and on the 9th of Feb from 11:30 p.m. I welcome Director Williams to the SG team, and I will be updating the roster soon. I also had a ASAC meeting, and I will be mentioning about it in University Committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Director of Financial Affairs, Salim.
Good evening. The funding board had a meeting today. It was an open meeting at 1:30, and the allegations that were voted on today are as follows. Financial Management Association was allocated $1,260, and the Judo Club was allocated $1,770 for a total of $3,030. The current balance of the funding board is at $21,820. Aside from that, I've started reading over the funding board charter to outline any edits that we want to be introducing. I'm also working on a project with Director Upmore, where I'm going to be going to Moran to get some financial information from Picasso, just to do some research and hopefully see if we can get more affordable pricing for students on campus. And the Student Organization Funding Board, our meeting schedule, our minutes from our meetings, and our charter will be available for viewing this week on the Student Government website. And with that, I do.
Thank you. Director of Government and Legal Affairs, Berlin.
Good evening, everybody. So we're making progress on the USC, the Government and Legal Affairs Committee at their first meeting today. I can talk a little bit more about that. But we kind of made a game plan for the USC going forward. Again, our goal is to get it done by February 28th. So looking at it realistically, it'll probably be presented on the 26th and then voted on the 5th of March. And yeah, and also warm welcome to Director Williams. We're happy to have you on the next.
Thank you. Director of Human Relations, Relations.
Well, thank you so much for such a warm welcome from all the individuals part of student government. So just like President Bardwatch had mentioned, we had a meeting with the general manager of Picasso, Will Slocum, about the food housing forum that is planned. Once again, on February 26th, from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. in Michigan-Flint. The purpose of the meeting was to explain the structure of the event to the council, as well as discuss potential food options for the event and prices as well. So I have some options with different prices, and I'm going to be uh, basically making choices. And I've asked some of the individuals, some of the representatives of student government about what their opinions of it is, and I think I've made a choice and inform you guys in the future about it. Also, I now have some of the access to social media pages, so I'm going to be thinking of some ways to reach out to the students to aid in getting more feedback from a larger population of students on campus about some of their big things or any of their concerns. And with that, I yield.
Thank you. Director for Shepmore.
All right, good evening, everyone. So this week, I met with Anthony Webster, Gary Ashley, Colin Oss, Mia McNeil, and Carly Harprin regarding civic engagement efforts on campus. We discussed the census party as well as the current civic action plan for the university. The census party is going to be on March 26th from 12:30 to 3 p.m. on the third floor of the USEN. There's going to be a photo booth, food, music, giveaways, things like that. We'll be working with Gary Ashley to revise that action plan as well as the future to better suit the campus for the 2020-2022 plan. We also discussed working with the Genesee County Clerk, John Gleason, to do some type of mock polling station at the census party. And then at the meeting, the committee discussed giveaways for faculty, staff, and students. And then I have a meeting next week with the State Director of Campus Selection Engagement Project to discuss what's happening on campuses throughout the state regarding civic engagement, to kind of see where we're at and where we can potentially get to. The Foreign Outreach Committee meeting had a paper meeting this week, so everyone on the committee was informed via email. I had a meeting with Dr. Snyder today to discuss the Student Legal Services survey that we sent out to students. We went over some edits to kind of see where we're at, to better serve and kind of gauge what students want and need in regards to student legal services. I also emailed Mia McNeil in regards to the chef resolution that was passed last semester. In the final resolve section, it is supposed to be sent to Governor Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, and the Senate and House Appropriation Subcommittees on Higher Education. After discussing with President Bardwaj, we agreed that using Mia McNeil's office is the best avenue to get those things accomplished. And the Students of Michigan meeting will be in Flint in the month of February. That location and time is yet to be determined. Hopefully I'll have that for you all next week, but I did want to encourage anyone who wants to come to that meeting. It is open to everyone. And then finally, the chef resolution, or the chef constitution and bylaws are finally finished and will be going out next week to all of the state universities. And then finally, big warm welcome to Director Williams. We're really excited to have you. With that, I yield.
Thank you. Director of Technology and Web Development, Jordy.
This last week, I've making a lot of flyers, such as just a new flyer for our meeting dates and locations, which will go out on social media soon. Also, I made a new flyer for our Scantrons and Blue Books. This, in case anybody wasn't sure how to use the QR code I've added on there. If you take a picture of the QR code, the purpose of it is if we are low on Scantrons or Blue Books, you'll take a photo of the QR code and it'll actually create an email for you. With everything filled out, all you have to do is select which location and whether it's Scantrons or Blue Books that is low. And that'll hopefully give us a better response time to fill those up and on top of those. I've also created the flyer for the food and housing forum. And finally, there's also new vouchers. I've switched onion rings and French fries for tater tots and sweet potato fries. And there'll also be pizza. So those are going to start going out as we table in the next few weeks. And I've also taken senator photos just before this meeting today. I'll get those up on the website this next week as I'm getting bios in. And finally, I tabled this week, and with that, I yield.
Thank you. Director of Student Organization and Partnership Board, Global.
Hello, everyone. I met with Christy Lewis this week to discuss the Student Organization Partnership Board Charter. The charter should be drafted and sent out to members of the software for their review by the end of this week. Also, February is Black History Month, and DSU is hosting several events for students. A way to stay updated on their social media to learn more about the events, such as the times where they take place and what they are. And with that, thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chair Senate King.
Hello, everyone. What I did this week, I take with the SG, that's the great in there for stating and getting their concerns heard. Attended GLE committee with the USC, we had a lot of goals and a lot of things to work out. I reached out to past applicants that showed interest in Senate, it's a lot of them. I want to make sure that Senate is packed and full of them, but it's a lot of applicants, I can't wait to review them. I worked with Senator Todd to brainstorm the current issues in Flint, facing Flint in general, to kick off one of our Senate conference first. And what I'm going to do next week is take it, because I want more concerned, so I can get better use of the student body. With that,
Thank you. We will now be moving on to advisory reports.
I my report.
Thank you. We will now be moving on to senator reports. Senator Wong.
Good evening, everyone. What I did this past week was contact with various community health resources about partnering with the government for health school fair. Today, I attended a planning board meeting and did a taping event. What I intend to do next week is follow up with local health organizations about the health school fair and attend the graduate board meetings, which is on 2/10 and that I do.
Thank you. Senator Carter.
Okay, this week, for my caucus to expand the charging stations on campus, I reached out to the university architect, and he responded to me this morning with some suggestions about pricing. And he suggested we reach out to the original company, Boost, I believe it was, to get prices in a potential deal. I also attended the funding board committee meeting today and the GLA. How you?
Thank you. Senator Weismiller.
Hello. This week I tabled for the student government, the USEN. Last week I met with Criminal Justice Club to discuss laws with badges. I also met with GLA committee. And this week going forward, Parking Committee will be finally meeting Friday. I'll again meet with Criminal Justice Club and Chief Hall for more about going with badges. And going to GLA again. And with that, I yield.
Thank you. Senator Todd.
Good evening. Well, for this week, I met with Vice Chair King and we discussed Flint first to see how our caucus could impact the community. Also, I met with a ranking officer in Mott to see if they could help out in any way. And for next week, I'm searching for a committee to be on. If anyone think they could use my help, I would love to reach out with you and connect. And I'm also planning to table this week. And with that, I yield.
Senator Medina.
So I sent an email to Michael and George Harkin on the recycling initiative. I got an email back from Michael Lane. I'll be on call with him most likely tomorrow. George Harkin has now responded. I'll send another email to him to see if it's anything feasible we can do about recycling campus this academic year. If not, we'll push for it next year. As well, I spread out on my whole council meeting last night. I spread the news about the housing and food forum on February 26th. They seem very fired up about it. They wish it was today, so they will be there. As well, Health Council is going to be at the admitted students event on February 7th night. On the nights, we're going to be hosting events for the students there. And I'll be on the leadership panel on February 8th as well. With that, I yield.
Thank you. Senator McNaughton.
All right, this week I got in contact with Sarah Devitt in CGS about Planned Parenthood involvement in the health screenings fair that is part of my caucus. And then I did get an email back, and then I will be reaching out to Planned Parenthood, and then next week I plan to meet more with Senator Wong to get a concrete plan for setting health. Is that
Thank you. We will now be moving on to director committee reports. Are there any director committee reports?
So the Government and Legal Affairs Committee met earlier today, as I said. So we kind of created a timeline for when we want to have things done on the USC. We also created an outline and proposed a sort of table of contents to see the structure of the document that we're going to follow. And then we started talking, as the conversations were going, we discussed a few of the issues in the USC and for how we can choose.
Are there any other director committee reports? The floor is not closed for director committee reports. We will now be moving on to university committee reports. Are there any university committee reports?
So, the Administrative Services Assessment Committee met January 30th. We talked about many topics. So, the first one was map locations for gender inclusive restrooms and lactation rooms. Director of Facilities and Operations will be meeting with Beth Manning in order to get a certain link to find lactation rooms, as students have had difficulty finding it at one place on our website. HR will be manning this site. There were many food problems mentioned. The White Building food service had many complaints of closing up earlier. Statistics suggested that the place earned a total of only $500 for the entire semester last year, and that's why it had problems continuing to work. There were general concerns, safety concerns, and updates on the campus provided by Chief Ray Hall. The campus criminal record dropped by 31%. The past year, the Clery Act crime is also down to 6%, and hence it was a successful year. Um, we also talked about e-scooters and certain safety issues that came up with it. Uh, we're talking about 5 to 9 locations to keep the e-scooters and the driving.
Thank you. Are there any other university committee reports?
I do not have a report, but the Academic Affairs Advisory will be meeting on 11th. So if you have any concerns regarding, as mentioned before, softwares that are used in addition to the courses, the students have to be out of pocket, please send your concerns to me. I yield.
Are there any other university committee reports? The floor is now closed for university reports. We will now be moving on to questions, comments, and concerns. Are there any questions, comments, and concerns for our audience? Yes.
Dr. Slim, could you repeat what the appropriations were?
Yeah. So the Financial Management Association received $1,260, and the Judo Club received $1,770. So a total of $3,030 were allocated to them.
Are there any other questions, comments, and concerns from our audience?
I would like to say congratulations, Director Williams, to the President, Vice President, great appointment. That's a great addition to the student government. I appreciate you being interested. Welcome. I'd like to encourage students to engage with us in tabling Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We have three items, as Director Jory has mentioned. I want to engage with student life as much as I can, so if I get to see you there, that'd be great. Not to have something wrong back, but I can see you. I missed you. I would ask the student body, if you do see the USC, if you see any things that you're concerned about, email me or the student government email, so we can give the best that I yield.
Thank you. Are there any other questions, comments, and concerns?
Senator McMahon, when and where is that health screening event?
We are planning tentatively for the first week of April during the health week. We have not set the exact date and stuff yet.
I have a comment on the Housing and Living Forum. And I'm working with Director Williams on the outline of the event, which will be shared with all the members of student government, just so we can have a heads up to all the administration as well, how the event is going to proceed and how we're really going to channel the concerns. So if you have any comments or concerns regarding that, please, we would like to see input from both Senate and the executive. I also want to applaud for the efforts of Vice President Odera and all the senators and directors who've been tabling. There are a lot of views that we are getting on social media, and a lot of students are happy about this. And in fact, Director Jory mentioning that pizza will be added is going to be great. So, thank you so much.
Are there any other questions, comments, and concerns? If there are no more questions, comments, and concerns, meeting adjourned at 7:32.
All right.
If you're interested, you guys, we have a student government hangout tonight, and there will be some light snacks.